Hello and welcome to AZ in the Circle Arizona Softball Podcast, where we highlight talented and hardworking softball players and coaches from and in the 48th state. Today we have two members from the class of 2025, Molli Daley out of Tucson, Arizona, and Mia Gutierrez, also out of Tucson, Arizona. Welcome.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for
so
making the
much.
trip up. Appreciate it. And we got 5 questions we're going to ask you guys.
Sounds
So
good.
we're going to recap the summer, some of your best memories from the summer. What are you up to this fall? You know, you're coming up on your last high school season because we're just about done with fall ball. Coming up on your last high school season, I want to talk a little bit about that, and then share your recruiting journey. You know, up to your commitment, and then we'll probably take a break there, listen to Brig from Polaris PT. Then we'll come back and we'll ask the last 2 questions. Hey, knowing what you know now, what would you tell your younger self, Molly, about the college recruiting process? And me, the same thing. So we'll get after it. Recap how your summer went. Molly, tell me.
So my summer was pretty great. We started off at Zoom into June, which was really fun. Obviously, it's a showcase, so we played our 5 games, had a lot of success in that. Then we headed to Colorado, which we were in the fireworks power pool, and we ended up placing 3rd in that after a lot of games that weekend. So that was really great. We played a competitive semifinal game to make it to the championship and just barely lost to end up taking 3rd. So
That's great, though, in the power pool, 3rd place.
Yeah, so that was really great, especially because last year I think we ended top 10, so we set a goal for ourselves. Like, we want to push ourselves even harder and, like, win, but obviously that didn't work out. So 3rd was great. And then we played in the Triple Crown World Series to finish off our summer, and we ended up taking 2nd in that after a lot of competitive games.
Super successful. The one thing I do like about summer, I mean, if I was a kid playing, is you guys are like professional athletes. That's all you do.
All we do.
Yeah. Very
You,
good.
you eat together, team meals, you stay at the same place for the most part.
Yep.
You know, you hang out after.
Mhm.
It's like
Like a big summer camp.
boys of summer. It's
Yeah.
like
Summer camp.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. I mean, and then then all of a sudden you're like you guys got 1 summer left.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's coming to the end.
Mhm.
So, okay, what was one of your best on the field memories from the summer? I know you mentioned a couple great runs, but do you remember any specific memory that you really enjoyed on the
So,
field?
Yeah, for myself, my favorite memory personally was in that San Diego tournament, the Triple Crown World Series. I believe it was Sunday, I want to say quarterfinals. We were tied with the team 3-3, bottom of the 7. It had been like super competitive. We'd been going back and forth all game. It was a super close game. And then I ended up coming up and hitting a walk-off home run
Oh my
that
gosh.
propelled us through like the rest of the day and took us past that game. So that was so much fun.
Give you
That's
like
awesome.
just ice in the
Yeah.
vein,
Yeah, that
a
was-
shot of adrenaline, and that it does. You said it. It
Yeah.
propelled your team.
Yeah, it was.
Just
That's
the
awesome.
momentum.
Thank you.
It's just like lightning in a bottle when
Yeah.
those key hits
Mhm.
happen.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, where it lifts the whole team.
Yeah, so yeah, that was really fun. And then
Good. And then, what about your best off the field memory?
probably when, like we were saying, this summer is like just when like big boys camp. Like we all hang out together as a team, and my team took a team trip down to the beach in California, and that was just so much fun to be with all of our families and be with each other, especially because we had some seniors leaving. So like it was our last tournament with them. Just being all together was so much fun.
That's great.
That's awesome.
And then your summer. Tell us a little bit about your summer. You were
Yes.
pretty busy.
We were very busy. We had a pretty similar schedule to you guys. We added a Tennessee tournament though. I think it was in July, late July.
Scenic City.
Yeah, Scenic City. And then we also went to Indiana. We played in Indiana for the Alliance Championship Series. And we ended up winning the Tier 2
The
championship.
national championship.
Yep, we did. And that was awesome.
You guys
That
went
was
like
absolutely
13-1.
Yep, we played about 14 games. Yeah,
Wow.
very, very long tournament, but it was.
You had to
the
work
time of
yourself.
my life. Through the losers bracket. We
Yep.
went through the losers bracket. Yeah.
There was a lot of elimination games. You guys just
Lots.
kept going, kept going.
Yes, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
How amazing was that to finally, you know, so you didn't make tier 1 top 25 teams
Mhm.
there. The next tier is you guys, and you guys were tops.
Yep.
That's amazing.
And the last game that we played, it was like a battle. It was going back and forth. It's the best out of 3 game, and we won the first game. Then we ended up losing the second game, and then the last game it came down to the last game, and it was just a dogfight till the end. And that last final pitch was probably like the peak of my summer. It was
good.
awesome. Yeah.
And then that is so awesome about Alliance, the format. The format is like the Women's College World Series.
For sure, definitely.
You get the regional, super regional, the World Series, and the final two, and they play the best of three.
Yep.
So it's really a whose pitchers can last longer.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Who has the better endurance?
Yeah, because I remember the schedule. You played one team like 4 or 5 times.
Yes. Texas Glory Atkins, I remember vividly.
You played them over and over.
Over and over and over, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And it's hard to play teams like that over and over because they start to pick up on your pitching. They start to pick up on what batters can or can't hit. Yeah. So it's hard to kind of persevere through those games, but we did, and it was great.
You guys found a way.
Yeah, we did. My team was awesome. It was just really great having a good summer with that group of girls.
The Athletics Mercado AZ Mo.
Yes, sir.
18U. And then they just recently came out with nationwide club rankings, and that your club, Athletics Mercado 18U Mo, was ranked the top in Arizona.
Yeah.
You know, I think was it 40th, the 38th or 40th, something like
40th,
that.
Yeah, 40th.
In the whole entire country.
In the nation, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So your best summer field memory was win the national championship
that
tier
last
2?
pitch, yes.
Yeah. What about your best summer memory off the field?
Just like you said, we play a lot of softball during the summer, and I think it's important to kind of separate your softball life from your social life and your school life and your personal life. So I really loved hanging out with my friends back home. We would play a lot of pickleball, a lot of late night pickleball, and that was so much fun. So I think it's important to kind of separate that softball life and personal life. So I try to do that as much.
So you're saying you're a good pickleball player?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to, I have yet to play the game.
Really?
I know. I should be playing it, but I haven't. And my son's really good. My son's really good at pickleball, so
yeah,
I'm gonna have to practice a little bit before I play you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go to our next question. What are you up to this fall? We'll start with you, Molly. The team, you're on the same club team, which is an awesome club. They also made the top 100 in the country.
Yes, we did.
We had 7 teams in Arizona that qualified in the top 100 teams nationwide. So we're playing some good softball out here in Arizona.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. So, what are you up to this fall?
So I'm still with the same club team. As you said, we've been playing a few tournaments up in Phoenix, which we've had a lot of success in. We just won a paid berth to the National Power Pool in Colorado, which is super exciting.
Yes.
I can't wait. And then we just qualified for the Premier PGF Championship. So that's been our main focus, is setting up our next summer.
Setting up summer.
Yep, because summer is just so important. But then outside of that, just in school, taking classes, trying to get ready for college next year, filling out my application, just, basically stuff like that. A lot of softball.
That's good. And then, I know you've been had a busy fall right off the bat because West Point, for a lot of people that don't know, West Point, the United States Military Academy, out on the Hudson River, right?
Yes, sir.
Is just about an hour north of New York City. They get a head start because there's so much involved in the application process. So their September 1st is really July 1st.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to with this fall.
Well, this fall I'm on a new team, AZ Rising GNR, which is great. We get to meet a bunch of new girls, get to play with a bunch of new girls, make new bonds. So that's been amazing. We've been playing a lot of softball as well, just like Molly said. And then the application process, like how you're just talking about, we have to go through the congressional nomination, which is my next big thing. It's coming up, my interviews in December 7th. So that is all admins of West Point. We all have to get a nomination from a congressman or from a senator. So I'm going through that. We have to get our physical fitness tests done. We have to get medical evaluations done, vision tests done. There is a lot of testing. SATs, ACTs, there's a lot involved in West Point.
It's like an NFL combine.
It is.
You poke and prod you and check your eyes, your ears, your nose, your back, everything.
Everything.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on for me this fall. A lot going on.
And everything's going great.
Yeah, everything's going great.
Because you're a stud.
It's amazing. We've been playing a lot of good softball, a lot of competitive softball.
Right off the bat, late September, you guys earned a PGF Premier berth.
We absolutely did.
Yep.
We sure did.
So you went to Alliance last summer in Indiana, which actually the weather was great.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't very humid at all, and it wasn't like Alliance the year before that in California inland when it was super hot. And now your team will have the opportunity to play in PGF tournament at Huntington Beach.
Yep.
Which
super exciting. Yeah. Really excited for that. Yeah.
So you guys did that, and then also, what other tournaments have you guys been in just recently?
Recently, we went to College Station and we went undefeated the whole weekend. I feel like this group of girls, the connection that we have, the bond that we've made in such a short amount of time is really kind of unheard of. Especially because we have girls from all over. We have New Mexico girls, girls from Tucson, girls from Phoenix. So we're all from different backgrounds, from different high schools, and we come together and we just play so well together. And our coaches are really amazing. They're truly one of a kind coaches. So I'm really excited.
That's what the GNR stands for?
Yes.
For Coach Guinness
Yep.
and Coach Rincon.
Yep.
Yep. You guys have a very talented team. So
We do,
I'm
yes.
excited to see. And then I think one of the tournaments you also earned, like Mollie's team did, the National Power Pool. I forget which tournament it was, but it was just recently here. You guys won maybe a couple weeks ago locally, and it put you guys into the National Power Pool for Colorado. So you guys, like Mollie's team, have those two tournaments set up for the next summer. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really
And then I want to jump to this question too. Your last high school softball season's coming up. So first, what's your take on high school? Are you excited to be with your teammates? And now if you are, then what do you think about it being your last season?
It's just crazy. Like, ever since my freshman year, I've loved playing for Salpointe. It's been awesome. And then it's like surreal that it's coming to an end. Like, my closest friends I'm all seniors with. So the fact that it'll be my last time sharing the field with them is like, it's sad, but I'm super excited. I feel like we're going to have a great season. We have a great group of girls. We always do. But yeah,
You guys do really well.
yeah.
You guys had a run there for like 3 or 4 state championships or something like that?
Right now we have 6 in a row.
6 in a row.
Yes,
Wow,
we do.
that's great.
Thank you.
You got great. There are some great high schools down there that give you guys like Amelia's team.
Yeah, CDO,
Absolutely,
Canaan del Oro.
CDO. Our
Canaan del Oro.
rival is CDO.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
every
always
year.
face each other, right?
Yeah.
Dogfight every
Whether
year.
it's the final or whether it's in the final four,
Mhm.
semifinal or final.
Yeah, like just like last year, they beat us all 3 games during season, and then state. I don't know what happened. We turned it around and ended up beating them. It's like that. It's been like that since I was a freshman.
Wow.
Crazy.
And then you're from Tucson too, so Ironwood Ridge. I know that's the
Nighthawks.
The Nighthawks, yeah, because we played them in football this year. So anyway, so tell us about your last season.
Yeah, so we moved down to 4A, so we will be in Salpointe's conference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Play
me
each
and Molly
other.
will be going head to head together.
We do.
That's
Yes.
great.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. And then high school softball, it's just so much fun because you're just playing with your best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really is really awesome. And I'm excited for my last final year. I'm actually pretty sad that it's coming to an end. I love high school.
Good. Yeah, I like watching it. You guys are a lot of fun to watch, whether at any level, whether it's in the club level or the high school level.
Yes.
It's all from the very first inning, the very first pitch, what's going on,
For sure.
and I'm always sometimes, filming, doing stuff, so I get to see the pitches and you get into the count. It's just so exciting. And into those championship innings, the 5th, 6th, 7th, when, the batters now have their third time at the pitcher and like, do you keep the same pitcher in? Do you take the pitcher out?
Yeah.
I love all that.
And not only that, but it's nice to see some of these underclassmen and freshmen and sophomores kind of like going into like this leadership role whenever they become upperclassmen. Like I really love seeing that, especially now my senior year that I've seen some of the freshmen whenever I was a sophomore and now grow up to be upperclassmen. It's really nice to see them kind of grow into leaders too. I really like that.
Super.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we'll I'm going to take a break now. So, hey, Brig with Polaris PT, he does a great job of getting athletes strong. If they're coming back from an injury, he makes them stronger, better than ever before. And he's just he's kicking butt out in Green Creek. And thank you so much, Brig, for what you do for the student athletes and what you do for our show.
At Polaris PT and Wellness, we believe that movement is medicine. We believe that as an athlete, you should be performing at the highest level. And so we deliver performance-driven solutions to get you back out onto the field faster. So give us a call at 480-808-4995 or reach out to us through our website, www.polarisptphx.com, where movement is medicine.
And we're back. Thanks, Brig, for making this show possible. And thank you, Polaris PT. Also, we got 3 more questions we're going to ask, okay? We're going to talk about the recruiting journey. It's my favorite part of the show. And then knowing what you know now, I like to see what you would tell your younger self. And then finally, what are your keys to your personal success? So Mollie, you got committed in January 2024. It seems not so long ago, but it was this year.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about that and how that made you feel.
So that was so awesome. Ever since I can remember, U of A was my absolute dream school. So not only was that a relief to know like now my college is set up, but also that I achieved my like absolute dream was absolutely amazing. So yeah.
And then how did it come about? Like at what time did you feel like, hey, this is going in the right direction, or how did it all come about?
So really it just kind of worked out perfectly is what I say. Because come September 1st, I didn't hear from any schools, which is obviously not something you want, but it is what it is. I had to move forward. Ever since I could remember, I think starting freshman year, I've always sent out emails to a bunch of schools because that's just like my main way that I was trying to get recruited. And always I sent it to U of A because that was like my dream. And then with nothing really working out much, I had a little bit, but after September 1st and those months after, U of A had a camp in December that like it's open invite. I think it was like grades 6 to 12. So I was like, let's just do that. Like I've always wanted to see what happens. I had gone to like smaller fielding clinics, worked with the coaches before. So like I knew them, but I didn't really like think that anything would come for it, if I'm being honest. Went to that, and then like I want to say 2 weeks later, I got an email and I got invited to their elite prospect camp. Wow. Which is kind of when I was like, oh, like maybe this could happen. Like I know they already have at that point 3 other commits. So like, I don't know. Went to the camp and did pretty well. And then 2 days later got a text from Caitlin Lowe and was like trying to set up a phone call. Got the phone call and she's like, hey, we would love to have you if you'd love to come. And I was like, absolutely. And it was just so amazing.
So it happened. Boom, boom, boom.
Pretty much like
after it didn't happen.
After, yeah.
Do you think that so that fall was really critical for you? So September 1st, so then you just grinded and busted your butt and worked super hard and had a good fall. Do you wonder if they even saw you during the fall?
So I know like after I committed, I like came to find out that they were like seeing my videos and seeing my emails during the fall, which was nice. Good. I didn't know that during though. So like during the fall, I was like, I need to figure something out. Emailing a bunch of schools, had some stuff going, just as you said, like working hard, trying to find something, and then just kind of ended up working out perfectly.
You kept working hard. You put the videos out there, and that's a great thing about social media. I guess it's the power of social media because if you think about it, you're putting the videos out there, email, X, or whatever you put them on. Yeah. You don't really know who's seeing them, but you're putting good stuff out there, right? Your best stuff. You're just giving it your shot. And look, they took notice.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you get an email invited to this camp, and then they leave.
Yeah. It was all so crazy, so surreal.
And then how was it when you got invited to the elite prospect camp? How was that conversation with your parents? And then when you got the phone call, how was that conversation with your parents?
So the email, I just remember I was at school and I like looked to my friend and I was like what? Like, look what I just got. And then I told my parents and they were like, oh my gosh, like what? Like that's crazy. And then after the phone call, I committed on the phone. Like my parents weren't even there. So I just remember like walking out of my room and I was like, so I'm going to Arizona. And it was amazing.
So you told your parents
when
you came out of the room, you're like, hey.
Yeah, it's just like FYI.
By the way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So did you guys go, did you take you to Sizzler? What did they do?
We just, basically celebrated, called a bunch of people, called my club coach, called my hitting coach, who have been huge parts of my recruiting journey. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Your hitting coach, who's your hitting coach?
His name's Scott Overland down in Tucson.
Tucson.
Yes, he's awesome. He's so amazing.
That's awesome. I'm sure he was super happy over the moon.
Yes, he was.
That's good. Okay, and then Mia, tell us your recruiting journey.
Yeah, so I didn't really know much about any service academies. And then whenever I joined Athletics Mercado, you were a really big and influential part and reason why I went to a service academy, because you went to Navy. Yeah. So you told me all about your time in the academy and how amazing it is and how it really sets you up for life. And it's not even, I was talking to Mollie's dad about this in the lobby, but it's not just for me, but it's for my children and my grandchildren. It's really a generational thing. So, like I always said, you were very influential on my decision. But I was talking to them. I started talking to them in February. They were coming to all my fall games. They were there almost every single game. And then we started talking over the phone in February. And then I was kind of interested. I wanted to do more research because it's a very big commitment. So I did a lot of research in the summer, and then they ended up offering me a spot on the team in July. So I took my visit in September, late September of this year, and I ended up committing on my visit. So I'm
And
very
did they have a
excited.
football game there?
Yes, they did.
And that's pretty awesome. My
So awesome.
not that I mean when we play them, I like to beat them, but
Yeah.
it's a pretty incredible place to play.
Oh my gosh, it was so surreal.
Mikey Stadium, Mikey Stadium.
Yep.
And they're remodeling it. It's right on the Hudson
Yes,
River.
right on the river.
And they have a great team this year.
Oh my gosh, yes, they're 9-0.
They're 9-0. They
Undefeated.
might make the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really awesome. The culture and the tradition there, and the opportunities that I have in front of me now that I'm going to school as prestigious as this one. It's just, I couldn't say no. I really couldn't say no to this.
Now, from your visit, I heard that when you went there, one of the coaches like, no, they didn't take her to that. But I guess you get a host, right?
Right.
And then, from what I understand, they took you to a combative
Combatives.
class. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
They did. So this was before I took any pictures. I had my hair curled. I was trying to look my best because it's media day. I've never done a media day before in my whole entire life. So I was really excited. So my host was like, hey, by the way, we're going to a combatives class. Like, you don't have to participate. It's fine. But you can just sit there and watch us. Like, we just finished our fighting. So we're just going to be learning some new things. So I went in super, super hot in this class. It's just mats everywhere. There's mats on the wall. There's mats on the floor. It's kind of like a wrestling room. And there's this big guy. His name is Coach Larson. Huge. Huge. Apparently, he was the inventor of combatives in the Army.
No way.
Yes. So
Hand-to-hand combat.
Hand-to-hand combat. So he's teaching all of us how to, take people down to the ground. And he's like, do you want to join? I'm in jeans. Everyone else is in, their...
Get your hair curled.
Yeah, my hair's all curled. I'm in jeans. Everyone is in, their PT gear. And I was like, yeah, I guess I'll join. So I went and I was fighting people and throwing people to the ground. It was insane.
So yeah, you were meant to be there.
Yeah. It was actually really awesome. I'm really glad that I did that.
And then right after that, she takes her pictures, right?
Yeah.
And we'll show her pictures. And look at that. Yeah, my goodness. That's after you look like you spent,
sweating.
you look great. And then all of a sudden, but we didn't know that before that you were throwing people down on the ground.
It was a crazy experience, but it was awesome. It was awesome.
And the history there is incredible.
Oh my gosh, yes.
In the dining hall there, right? 4,000 cadets eat at the same time.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your experience when you went to that mess hall.
So I was the only recruit in the mess hall. Everybody was in uniform, and I felt kind of out of place. So we're eating food. We went to a salad bar because they have salad bar, fruit bars, and then the plebes, which are the freshmen, they serve lunch. So I'm at the salad bar and the fruit, and all of a sudden I hear attention. Everybody stops. Everybody stops and they look up, and I'm, serving my food. Didn't know anything. So they're like, put your bowl down. So I put my bowl down. Some president, I don't remember the country. I don't remember what the country is. I don't want to say and mess up the country, but some president came and she was talking to us for 15 minutes, and we only get, I think it's about 20 minutes to eat. So everyone was like, come on, lady, hurry up. Mm-hmm. But apparently at West Point, if a president comes and they talk to you, they can pardon your hours. So if you get in trouble at West Point, let's say you're in the wrong uniform or you miss class, you get hours that you have to walk in a square with a rifle. And the president came and she was just saying how grateful she was for all of the people in armed service. And
But he's just waiting for her, right?
Yes, everyone's like, come on, lady, come on. And she's like, and I want to let you know, I'm pardoning all of your guys' hours, so no one has to do any hours anymore.
Oh my gosh.
And the room went crazy. People were standing on their chairs.
And this is before the football game? Before the football?
This was the first interaction that I had with West Point. They're banging on the tables. It was so insane. So I got to meet a president on my visit.
And how excited. That was a lot of adrenaline, right?
Lots of adrenaline. Yeah, and the whole weekend was just go, 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 go. Everything was planned out to the minute.
Yeah, the itinerary was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be military.
It's got to be military, right?
Well, great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said that you committed while you were there. Tell me about that moment, because what I've been told was, oh, your parents are in the background talking, and then all of a sudden they look over and they see you hugging it out with the. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I was kind of talking about it to my parents before because I stayed the night in the dorms with the girls, so I didn't really get to talk to my parents much during the weekend trip. But we were watching a softball game, and I was kind of talking to my parents, I think this is what I want to do. I had such a great time. It was just an amazing experience, and I think I want to go here. And they're like, well, we'll talk about it whenever we get home. Like with the family, we'll talk about it with all the family. And at the end of the game, I was going to say bye to the coaches and some girls. And Coach Rob said, well, he's amazing. All of the coaches are amazing. Jen, Rob, Jess. And I was talking to all three of them. And they're like, like, we really hope that you come. We had such a great time with you here. The girls love you. And I was like, I'm going to commit. I think I'm going to come here. I really love the campus. I love the tradition, the culture. And this is going to set me up for the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I ended up committing, yeah.
And part of it too, right, is you wanted to go to medical school.
Yes.
And they have a pre-medicine program there.
Yes.
And were you able to meet? How do they go out of your way to impress upon you? Hey, we can make this. We can help you get to your dream.
Exactly,
I mean, you gotta carry the heavy load, but they can put you with. Tell me a little bit about how on the academic side they helped you during that visit.
Right. So I wanted to be a doctor for military families. I've always, since I was little, I've always wanted to serve those who serve us every single day. So I never thought that I would end up serving myself, but here I am today. And during my visit, they brought out a doctor who played softball, who was the coach for the softball team prior years. And they brought her out, and she got to talk to me a lot about West Point and how going to med school is going to work for me. And yeah, they did all the stops. I got to meet the superintendent soup at West Point. Some
3-star general.
Yes, 3-star general. People from the jump team. So during the football game, they bring a Black Hawk, like they do like flybys, and there's parachuters that jump from the Black Hawk with the American flag, and they jump onto the field. Super prestigious
Deliver the game
role.
ball.
Yes, super prestigious role. And I got to meet all of the people on the jump team. I got to meet the rookie basketball player of the year. Shout out to Scove. It was great.
What about, think about it, if you're playing that team, unless you're Navy, right? But if you're any other team playing that team, you're seeing a Black Hawk come down and the guy's jumping out of the thing, delivering it. You're like, dude, we're toast. We're toast,
Yeah.
So
it's awesome.
That's got to be intimidating for the other team. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. That's incredible. So thank you.
Very excited.
Molly, your story is incredible too. I mean, come on, your dream school.
Yeah.
You're in the bedroom. You're on the phone. You come out. You went into your bedroom not thinking anything, and then you come out and you're going to be a Wildcat.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like Superman going into the telephone booth, and comes out Superman.
That's awesome.
Thank you. You too.
So both stories are fantastic, and thank you. And they're both from Tucson. That's great. You guys drove up here together. That's awesome. Okay, so the follow up to that question is, knowing what you know now, Molli Daley, what would you tell a younger Molly about the college recruiting process?
I would say just trust the process. It's going to be hard. It's going to be stressful, but you just have to trust that what's right for you is going to find you. Because I know when I was going through it, I was always like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm such a control freak that I'm like, I need to know. I need to have this done. I need to have this done. Since this doesn't happen, that means this. Just trying to be in control of everything and just trust it. It's going to work out. I work hard enough that the right place is going to find me. So yeah.
You put the work in, and you're right. It's such a marathon, and you wish that it would be more of a sprint, but in a way, it kind of gets you prepared for when the right fit does come around, and it's the right fit because wow, I put all this hard work in. It builds confidence.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But it finally happened. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I think
the process, and I think Mia, you were with us on the show last year going into the summer.
Yes, sir.
Right? And then we did a little preview and your highlights, and I think you were the same way. You were saying, you just got to trust the process.
Yes.
Yep. And what would you tell your younger self?
Right. And I don't know if the viewers are religious. I know you're religious, and I know you're religious, Molly. But my thing was I really leaned on God during this, trust God's plan, that everything happens for a reason, and I will end up where I'm meant to be. So that's what I've been telling myself.
Amen. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are incredible. It's pretty awesome to hear you guys speak. You're so mature and inspiring. So thank you for sharing your stories again.
Thank you.
Okay, now, because I said all those things, there has to be some type of personal keys to your success that have led you here to this, not necessarily here, I'm just saying in the position where you're going to U of A and you're going to West Point. So what would you, Molly, say are your keys to your success?
So I would always just try to say be humble, be grateful, work hard, and absolutely just work hard. Like if I work hard enough for it, if I put in the effort, then like that's like what's going to get me there. I think some of the major keys to my success were my club team helped me out so much. It's not even, it's like crazy. I owe so much to my club coach. He helped me so much with my recruiting and turning me into the athlete that I am today. Same with my like strength coach at Salpointe softball, like all these different programs and coaches that I've worked with, and my teammates who have been a huge role in my process of well has just been like it's crazy just how much they have helped me.
That's great.
Really.
So be humble, be grateful, and work hard.
Yes.
Super hard.
Yeah.
That's great.
Super hard.
Surround yourself with great people, because it looked like you in a way said you surround yourself with some great people, some great coaches, some great teammates. That's great.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. And then what are the keys to your success?
I think preparation. I think having confidence in your preparation will make you less nervous in games, will make you more confidence on the field and the box. So I think having a good preparation plan and knowing that you put in the work and having trust and faith in the work that you've been putting in for years, because we've been playing this game for so many years.
Yep.
So I think knowing that you're prepared and you came prepared, and playing like you've worked hard. Like we've worked hard for a lot of years, and I think that it's just a game of fun.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of like a key to my success. And as well as what you said, leaning on others. And there's so many people behind the scenes, and there's so many people that we work with daily that help us to get where we are.
That's great. So preparation.
Yes.
And then trust yourself.
Yes.
And go out there and do it. Yeah, that's good. Well, I learned a lot from you two today, and you guys inspired me. Hopefully, it inspired our viewers. And if you liked what you saw here today, please subscribe, please like, please share this, get the word out. Hopefully, there's some young student athletes there that learned a little bit today. And I'm Javier with AZ in the Circle, Arizona Softball Podcast. Thank you all for watching.